We're live, but not live. We're live, but not live.
You are now.
La
Now
la
you are.
live. La
Ah.
la la live. Hi,
Hi.
how are we today?
I woke up annoyed.
I
Realizing that.
woke up not annoyed and then immediately. No, I'm not. I'm not mad. I'm just. Um.
Annoyed. Annoyed by
Well,
stating.
hang on. I just got to mute my Facebook. All right. Yep.
Okay.
Why are you annoyed?
I'm just annoyed about the whole Dave Matthews not getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when easily he should have been put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after being I'm just pissed about it. But that none of the top five fan favorites were even in it pissed me off.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off the most. So we're
Uh.
just gonna wait for some people to jump on in.
And I woke up to a article written by the guy who's now looking after the Lauren Thompson case. So I'm going to address that after I get off here. Um,
Okay.
Dude, we don't make any money if you're listening. Show you how much we make.
He's probably not listening on my channel.
Well, you never know who's out there. But I have to say, unless I've kind of been living under a rock, so as far as this one goes, as to the new information that's come out regarding Epstein.
Well, the new information is this was like a few days ago. This was more.
Yeah.
This was a few days ago. So
Mhm.
they showed the pictures of his cell. They showed the pictures
Yeah.
of him. They showed the pictures just of the crime scene because there is. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense that a jail cell cannot or a jail facility cannot come up with the information, or not the information, but the facts of the video cameras of his first suicide attempt, the video cameras of his second suicide attempt, the video cameras of him being dead, the video cameras of anybody being caught. And two officers just so happened to be sleeping at the same time. Please, how stupid are we? Like, if my kids came to me with a story that didn't work out, and I'd be like, "You're lying, you're
Yeah. Well,
lying."
it's protocol, isn't it? To if the one needs to have a sleep and the other one would be awake. That's just ridiculous. I
It
did read
is.
something that was I'm not sure of the complete details of it, but there was something fishy about like their sign in and their sign out logs and the time. Uh,
Yeah. It just, there's no evidence of anything that they have told us.
no.
Shocker, shocker,
Surprise, surprise.
freaking shocker. Like, honest to God, this story alone has made me a conspiracy theorist because I used to be the person who was like, no way, I never believed in conspiracy theories. I didn't think like trafficking was like a real thing because
Yep.
you heard about it. You didn't see it and you didn't know anybody it happened to. So to me, it was kind of a conspiracy theory until all of this crap started rolling out with Epstein.
Hmm.
And then once this started to come out, I'm like, one plus one does not equal two in this equation
Yeah.
because somebody somewhere would have seen something.
Oh, of course, of course.
Exactly. And that they're still trying to pass this off to the world, not just the United States, but to the world, that this is, you know, just a oops.
Yep.
Like, that you think we're that stupid is what's so annoying.
It's like a Casey Anthony oops.
Hey, Cement Shoes, otherwise known as Andrew. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Do you often dox your subscribers?
No, he switched names. That's all.
Oh,
He
right.
switched. He let
I was
everybody know he switched names. So
I was kidding. I'm still waking up.
I'm like, I'm probably doxing myself right now with my college. my chest.
I didn't even think about that.
I was just like, oh, maybe I should cover that up just ever so slightly.
Your birthday present's going to be late too. Sorry, I just mentioned that here.
Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, it's in a week.
Yes, but your present's going to be late.
Well, that's okay.
I had trouble.
I wasn't expecting anything. So
I know
that
you weren't. I know you weren't. Hey, look, you got a thumbs down already. Maybe that's for me.
what's
Woohoo!
that? What's that?
You got a thumbs down already. I think
All
it's for.
right.
I think
Woohoo!
I think it's for me.
I don't think so. I think I always at least get 1 or 2 thumbs down. If I didn't, I think I'd be upset. Ooh, hi, Nabul.
Okay. Hey, Nabal, you're keen today.
How are you? Welcome in. Thanks for coming. We're going to talk a little bit just about Jeffrey Epstein, conspiracy theories, some conspiracy theories that I heard. Hey, Jen, how are you?
Hi, my Jen.
Because I was watching a bunch of Epstein stuff over the past couple of days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've kept up with Epstein and all this stuff like that, but at
I
the
was
same,
supposed to, but I didn't. Sorry.
you were supposed to. That's fine. It's no big deal. I have enough information. I could talk for hours and hours, but I'm only not going to talk for hours. We'll only talk for 1 hour.
All right, I'll just input what I think.
So, like I said, that the prison is still coming out
Quiet.
with all this information. You know, basically making us look like a bunch of morons. Or at least thinks we're a bunch of morons. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My earphones keep, like, the sound keeps going in and out, so I'm not hearing it correctly.
Ah, okay. Yep.
So, I watched this guy. His name is Sean Atwood. He's a lawyer. It's Shaun. He's a lawyer. He's out of England. He's totally, I guess, a conspiracy theorist of some kind because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Oh my God, like who the next door neighbors to Epstein's apartment or townhome in New York. Apparently, the neighbors are affiliated with Sarah Ferguson, so the Royals are a little bit deeper in this than you may even think.
So I just got to let my dogs out. They're hassling me.
Hey, Red Rum Media, how are you? So, I was listening to Coffee with Cece this morning, and she was talking about JonBenet Ramsey, which was crazy because I just heard this story about this. And there is a conspiracy theory that Epstein is somehow, at least like the workings of Epstein, is somehow behind, the workings are somehow behind Epstein in JonBenet Ramsey case. What he said was the father, John Ramsey, he believes he's behind it, even though he's been cleared I don't know how many times. But I'm trying to get this clear in my head to say it correctly. So apparently John Ramsey's brother has connections with Epstein, and apparently the night that they were at that Christmas party, Maxwell, what's her name? I can't even say it. Jolene, I think it is. Giselle or something like that. Jazine, I forget. Anyway, Maxwell. She was at that party. There's a picture, and you can see just like it's like this much, front profile of her face, just this part, but you can tell it looks exactly like her. You would think it was her if you knew her and you looked at the pictures. It looks exactly like her, but. Yeah, what he had said was that the JonBenet Ramsey case, that John Ramsey and John Ramsey's brother were basically the ones who killed JonBenet in the end. I don't know if it's true. I just heard it from his channel. I just thought that was pretty interesting, I have to say. Hey, Mario, how are ya? Thanks for coming in. Great podcast out on JonBenet Ramsey. Which one?
Yeah, I'd be interested in watching that.
Hey, the Margate Marauder. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I would be interested also. I mean, this was the only place I heard of it, but this guy seems to know quite a bit. And like, he literally talks about like the Clinton body count and stuff like that, which people don't even, they don't even talk about. It's not even brought up like on regular mainstream media. Like, if you want to find out about that kind of information, you have to go online to find it because you're not going to hear it on our news. That's for damn sure. But
Mm.
um, if you look up the Clinton body count and you see how many people who are involved, and you see how they, something happened and then they mysteriously died out of nowhere, like that's everybody. It's so weird. And they all have ties to the Clintons. And
Interesting.
I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying things that just equal up like in a story, like where I've heard this more than once. So I like, and like I said, all of this is conspiracy theories. That's why I put that in the beginning. This is not like there's just so many stories that are going around on Jeffrey Epstein that it's like what to believe. But I follow Sean Atwood, and he really gets into deep conversations, and he goes deep where he knows who the real estate people are who own the houses beside him, and that doesn't add up. And somehow the royals are somehow tied into that. That's what's crazy.
Mm. There's a lot out there, like more than I could even imagine to read.
Oh,
Of
there's so much.
like, I mean, I'm sure you've got ones that I haven't even heard of. The conspiracy theories talking here.
All right.
Oh, is there a
Shauna Ray had a very interesting episode on John Bonet, and it includes the 911 call where they kept talking after they thought 9/11 hung up, and the conversation very suspicious. Really? No, I didn't hear that part. Hey, Greg, Expedition Greg, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you coming out and checking us out. We're starting this new gossip hour where it's not necessarily just like celebrity gossip. It's celebrity news, celebrity gossip, also regular news and conspiracy theories that are out there in the world. Because
I was going to say hello
they're
to,
already out there. We're not the ones putting it out there. We're the ones who found it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say hello to Katie. Oh, I got the Dulux discovery for you, Ginger, if you want it. Thank you, Red Run Media. Mary O, Margate Marauder. Hi, Greg. Hey, honey. I got popped into your live the other day. It was super busy. It was good.
Yeah, he's always live. He's always doing stuff. He's
I wish I had your energy.
I don't have the energy to do that per se, but I'm constantly being a mom, so that's where the majority of my energy goes to.
I don't have that excuse.
And I'm older than you.
Yes, you're my older sister by 6 months.
That would be virtually impossible. We must have two daddies then, or two mommies, two different mommies.
No.
All right, so he says
Take it
here,
right away, and then
cement
I'm
cement
still
shoes.
going with it.
Cement shoes. Cement shoe says, Burke's comments very strange, and Mr. Ramsey's harsh speaking to Burke snaps. We're not talking to you. Creepy.
I don't know. How do we feel about Burke? Just getting off topic for a minute. I mean, I'm sure everyone's seen the Dr. Phil interviews.
Oh, about the son?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he's 1,000% innocent.
Yeah,
I don't think he was too young. I don't think he had anything to do with it.
yeah, he was a little odd, but I mean,
Hey, Southern Mom. Hi, Montana Skies. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I really appreciate it. We both appreciate it as I'm sitting here drinking my meal.
hi, Montana. Oh, Greg, I didn't realize that. It's been a while.
My first time seeing you, Miss Murder Australia. I've seen you in chats. First time seeing you on a panel, my friend.
Yes, I'm becoming a panel prostitute.
I get that defeats the purpose of the ransom note. Like I said, these are just conspiracy
Mm.
theories.
Oh yeah, we don't.
I'm not claiming to say I know it. I'm 100% on anything, like at all. Like I'm just a viewer, just like everybody else on certain things, and I
And
do look into
I
certain stuff, and I do kind of go down the rabbit hole of certain things, and Epstein is one of them.
and I
And
am a amateur YouTube creator. Oh, I'm an amateur true crime YouTuber. That's what I am, apparently.
you might want to explain, just explain that just a little bit.
All right. So you guys know I've been on the Lauren Thompson missing all last year. I was over in Louisiana and Texas in October and November, or November, um, and had been working with. She's not a PI. I keep saying PI, but I should not. So I shouldn't say that, because if you call yourself a PI and you're not, you can actually be charged. She was working under a PI's name. We still don't know what that name is. And personal stuff hit the fan. Stuff with the case hit the fan. And suffice to say, I saw the light, and now that case is in the hands of someone else in California, and they've just put out an article mostly about Karen, a little bit about me, but I mean, I'm not.
Just in case if anybody doesn't realize, she was working on a case out of Texas. Her and this other woman were working together. Um, they're not really chatting any too much anymore, correct?
She bulk emails me a lot.
But let's just say the Texas police on the news and have made articles about our friend here, Miss Murder Australia, that aren't so nice because she probably hit a nerve in Texas that people didn't like. And the police have been trying to threaten her, although she lives in Australia. And anything that's been a little bit scary, you've always sent over to the FBI.
Yeah, the FBI have everything that.
FBI is well aware of all this stuff. So all the stuff that Texas is actually putting out, or the Texas police, and everybody knows I'm a big police supporter. I completely support the police, but this guy seems to be coming after you for whatever reason. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't know.
I
I'm
don't
gonna.
know if you hit a nerve. I don't
Um,
know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I've, I'm being gaslighted. I'm being threatened to be sued. All the rest of it. Seriously, this has been going on for over a year. Um, Lauren went missing on the 10th of January last year. And after everything that I've posted, interviews, audio, even audio with the FBI is up there. Um, no one has asked me to take anything down or anything like that. And yes, I mean, she's they first brought out a video on KLTV and an article at the beginning of June last year, June 3rd, I think it was, regarding me and my account and my reporting. And this new article is up from the guy who apparently is helping the Colvins now look for Lauren. I don't know much about him, but I had been asked to try and take him down. I can say that much. And I am just glad I have got Gingerlocks and Jen as my sounding boards to make sure I stay sane. And I'm safe. I had the FBI watching me when I was over there, Montana. And then while I was there, they pulled out of the investigation. But I'm going to come on. I think Peggy and I were talking about this. I'm going to come on here and tell the story so you guys can can
Yeah,
get
she's gonna.
up to date.
We're gonna do a live where we're gonna tell the full story of Lauren Thompson and honestly everything, because there's no way we would make it through your whole story of what happened between you and that story today.
No
Um,
way. You won't even get through it in one live. I'm serious. Like, um, Robert Martel, how much for OnlyFans Discord?
what's OnlyFans Discord?
I don't know what that is.
I don't. I know what Discord is, but I don't know what OnlyFans is.
I've heard of Discord, but I don't know what it
We
does.
don't. Neither one of us have a Discord. We're not
Mm,
on Discord. We don't do any kind of like that.
no.
Yeah. So, she's kind of been under speculation, but the FBI it's mostly the chief of police in this town of Texas that's threatening you constantly. So,
I
um,
wouldn't say that he's threatening. I think he just makes snide comments, and things like that. But that's fair. I've accused him or insinuated certain things. But if it walks like a duck and it sounds like a duck, I kind of going to call it a duck. So, um,
I'm so surprised that you've made such a dent in their like that you made such a big ruckus out of
yeah,
the story that they can't move on because of everything you put out. Please.
yeah. Um, it's not just me, but everyone else who had a part in this needs to take their responsibility for the part that they played. Um,
Montana Skies. She's actually contacted the FBI. The FBI is very much well aware of what is going on,
mm,
so she is protected by the FBI, and she keeps in contact with the FBI. Correct?
and and the AFP, Australian Federal Police.
Okay.
So they have everything as well because obviously you want to give it to both ends of law enforcement, and for our country is governed a bit different. So you would go to the AFP, are kind of like the FBI of Australia, essentially.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
So that's
getting back
yeah.
to
We completely got off topic early this time, didn't we?
Yep, I need smoke after that.
Okay.
Right.
Um, So back with the Jeffrey Epstein. I've also been like listening to a lot of the different ways these girls were groomed, and these girls, a lot of them. I mean, there's some that you haven't seen on live TV, and then there are others who we've seen constantly calling out Epstein and Maxwell all the time for everything that they did. I mean, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around probably how many people were involved in this case, but the fact that I could it be I don't think they could bring everybody to justice who was involved in this ring, because I think there was a lot. I mean, I think there was more than, like, to me it sounds like a few. It could be maybe 50 up to maybe more than like 200. I have no idea. But for all of this to keep going the way it goes, for him to be able to do what he did, travel in the air, I mean, yeah, he had money, he had billionaire, he had power, he had status. So, unfortunately, that's what got him off back in, what was it, 2008, 2007? Or was it 2011 that he got arrested the first time, when Epstein first got arrested? And the first time somebody brought that, now this is actual fact, the first time somebody tried to tell on Epstein, and a police officer down in Florida really thought they had something, they took it to the chief of police, and he was just like, yeah, no, we're not doing anything. This isn't nothing. It's just a misdemeanor. And he's like, I don't think so. And the whoever the chief of police was at that time down, I believe it was in West Palm Beach, where he has his little house in Florida. Not little, not actually so little, actually quite big. Um, and he had girls coming in and out of there. He had girls coming in and out of New York. He had girls coming in and out of uh, wherever. Also, his island. You can only stay on the island. I mean, that's just the way that goes.
So
What are your
many,
thoughts on this?
so many similarities between R. Kelly case and this one. Like
Too similar.
the number of complicit people, the fact that neither of these men could have done any of this on their own.
No.
The fact that not everyone is going to be held accountable for. We know that they're not going to be able to arrest everyone.
Mm-mm.
They're going to have to do like a Crystal Kenny in the Patrick Frazee case, where they need their testimony and they'll offer them immunity, and
Yeah, but considering now that Epstein is dead, and
there is that difference. Yeah.
This Maxwell chick apparently is hopping from one mansion to another mansion of predominant status-worthy people to hide her, and she's jumping all over the world. I don't know. I mean, I understand she's got money, but how the hell can she get out of the country without any kind of passport? How are they letting her out of the country? How has she not been even arrested? Because they knew she was in Connecticut. They knew she lived in New England. I don't know if it was Connecticut, but I know it was New England. And they knew that she was up there. Why was she never arrested? That's what I want to know.
The answer to that, I would think, is they don't have enough evidence.
You think? I mean, I don't know. I also think maybe the status stuff could also be available in it too. Hey, Kim A, how are you? The Real Brooklyn, how are you? Thanks for coming in, everybody. I really appreciate it. We both appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hello, hello.
It's beyond, everybody agrees that this woman, I mean, they have enough people telling her that she was the one who groomed them all. She was the one who got all the girls. She was the one who was in head of recruiting.
But people can lie. Remember, it depends how reliable this testimony. Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I'm not taking it out on you, but I'm just like,
no,
how many people?
You and I do this all the time, though. I know, and then I'll go play devil's advocate, but it works. So it's possible that they're looking for more direct evidence. You got circumstantial and direct evidence, and unfortunately these testimony from all of these people still falls under circumstantial evidence.
Yeah you got to tell me, with the island and all of that, I mean, you have previous pictures as well. Granted, it's not showing her doing any kind of crime, but I mean, look at how long it's. But you don't know. Do you know Fortis Dulos case too well, or no?
No.
Like, in my mind, because they had him at dumpsters, I'm like, why is he not arrested? Why is he able to have Christmas outside and then wish the wife that he killed? Yes, he killed, and I'm saying he killed. I am not even saying allegedly, because the overwhelming amount of evidence is disgusting, and that he's walking around. It just reminds me of another lying case out of Chicago where somebody just won't tell the truth. Yeah. Oh, wrong person. I'm like, there's two. There's two liars out of Chicago right now. I'm like, oops, which one? R. Kelly. Or Jesse Smollett. Which one? They're both in Chicago. I don't know. I'm sorry, Juicy Smoulier, a French actor.
I'm trying to remember what I was going to say, and I hate it when you just had it and you lose it.
About Epstein and Giselle?
Yeah.
Maxwell?
Not about Giselle. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, like, people keep saying in the Broussard case, why hasn't Megan been charged with murder yet? Remember, they usually only have one shot at this.
I thought they charged her with murder.
When I last looked at it, which might have been a couple of days ago.
Hold on. Talk for a little bit. I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Jazz.
Just walking.
Oh, it's Doc's her husband. But yeah, like in the Broussard case, and people have been saying, why hasn't she been charged with murder yet? Only the kidnapping and gross abuse of a corpse, I think, or or evidence or tampering or something like that. And what a lot of people don't understand is usually the DA's only got one shot at this. It doesn't look good if they charge someone with murder or whatever, rape, big charges, and later on have to drop it. It's really not great for their reputation in law enforcement. So they want to make sure that they dot all their I's and cross all their T's and hopefully have direct evidence, which is going to pretty much, seal their case and not have it go to a hung jury or worse, an acquittal. So they'll make sure they'll take their time. She's, Megan Firamuska isn't going anywhere. Epstein's dead. R. Kelly's in jail. They're not going anywhere. So they have the luxury of being able to hold off on those charges and make sure everything is as tight as it can be before they go and charge.
Sorry, my husband, which you knew, just came home.
Yes.
And I had to fill him in on the whole, my daughter's broke her phone situation, and we had to get it fixed.
Right.
Because I had to go to Verizon today. And I'm like, oh, I insured it. So all we have to do is call the insurance.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, whew. We thought this was going to be a bigger problem than it actually was, but it's not. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm sorry, I missed a lot of the stuff that you were saying. I don't want you to go back and talk of it. Were you talking about Maxwell?
No, I was still on the topic of charging for murder and that, and just saying that Epstein's dead, R. Kelly's in jail, Megan Firamuska's in jail. They're not going anywhere, and that normally the DA only has one shot at prosecuting for things like murder and that. So it looks bad on them if they prosecute
and they don't get a guilty verdict.
And well, yeah, that or hung jury, but worse, that if they lay those charges on the person and then later on have to drop them for lack of evidence. So.
Well, my sister is a prosecuting attorney.
Yes.
And so, I mean, a lot of things Gracie, Jesus Christ, scared the
No swearing on the YouTube.
She just scared me half to death. Oh my God, I know.
Crazy.
I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I see this vision behind my head. I'm like, oh. I didn't hear her walk down the steps.
Happy birthday for tomorrow, darling.
Gracie, everyone's saying happy birthday. Bridget says happy birthday. Hello?
Your present's in the mail.
She says thank you.
You're welcome.
Considering, she's been sick all week with a stomach bug.
Oh, poor thing. Yeah.
But she's better. She's feeling better now. She's definitely having a better day than she has been. So she should be feeling better for her birthday tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, nothing like having your birthday the 1 week after you give birth. I'll never. Happy birthday.
You're like, no. Hang on, I'm just going to get a drink.
Okay. So, yeah, I've always wanted to talk about Epstein because all of this information to me just, like I said, I would always think that trafficking was just a conspiracy theory. It was something you heard about. So it's not something that you knew about. You always heard about it, but I never believed it. And now, like, how can you not be a conspiracy theorist after all the crap that has finally come out? Like with Epstein, the casting couch, Weinstein, whatever. I'm like, all these Steens I can't keep straight. Weinstein, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble for sure. At first, I thought he was going to get away with it, but he's not.
Yeah, I forgot about him too.
He's scum. And here's the most disgusting part about that. I've worked for men like that. I've had to deal, especially like in the entertainment business. I was in radio, whether that's entertainment or not. I mean, that's what we kind of thought it
Yeah.
as. And uh, we were used, if a man wanted, let me just say, for instance, oh my, this is not like really for instance, this is freaking true as whatever. There was a guy who, when I moved from one radio station to another, when I was working in Philadelphia, there was a guy who worked for a banking corporation in our area, and he was a pretty big like bank, and it was going to be something that my boss was going to be like, okay, this account is now yours. I'm thinking, really? Why am I getting this bank? Really? Why?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my top manager handed it to me, while my bottom manager, who was like, he was like my manager of my team, but then there was a manager of everybody. The manager of everybody gave me this guy. And then we'll just call him Bob. Okay. So I get Bob, and I get warned. They're like, he can be kind of like scummy. So, forewarning, if he does anything to you, you let us know. Do you think you can handle this? Now, back in those days, you had to act as if you can take it just as good as the men take it, regardless. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. So, I mean, that was big bucks for me. So, I'm thinking, all right, how bad can this actually be? We're just going to meet in public places. Well, then this guy started calling me like on my own time, days I had off. Like, yo, Bob, don't you have a
Wow.
girlfriend? Like, why are you calling me on my day
Oh,
off? What? Yeah. And
that's
then like
creepy.
like, and then he'd be like, whoever brings me the best birthday gift will get the best lineup for next month. And if you don't get me a birthday gift, then you don't get a lineup and you don't get money for next month. So then we all had to show up for a birthday party for him at the Hard Rock Cafe. We show up for his birthday. No wonder they were all under like 35, young
Mm-hmm.
and female. I'm like, what a scuzz. What a scuzz. And I knew that. But I had to play the role. But even like, at least my managers had told me, all right, this guy's a little bit scummy. We kind of know he is, because the woman who was his, say, his associate from our place before then, was a woman who was like basically like 40 years old, but maybe she looked like she was like 45 or 50, because she just had a very older looking face. She dressed like more like my mom than she would like somebody who was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy would, yeah, if we didn't get him the best gifts, whoever didn't buy him stuff, whoever didn't invite him to the best concert or to the best football game, and he was, and why do you want to go to Eagles games when you were a Raiders fan? This guy just blew my mind away, that he could get away with the shit that he got away with. And like, to me, that was like, wow, like that was crazy. But I was able to handle it pretty well. But he was scum. But I know of people who haven't walked away with successful stories from Bob. So,
Mm. I'm just going to mute for a minute, just camera off for people in the house.
where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to mute.
Oh, okay. So I kind of understand that men in business, especially if you're a younger woman, can be kind of slimy. I've had also managers, like, not in radio, in other places, who have been just as slimy. Like, I've had a lot of them. A lot of us had. I'm sure, especially if we're at least the age of 40. Like, we've all kind of lived through some kind of scumminess or sexual misconduct, which you'd rather call it, at the workplace. We had to, because I know so many people who have. It's crazy, and it would be ridiculous of me to say that this kind of stuff, especially like the Harvey Weinstein, doesn't exist in every day, because it does. Yeah, it happens in Hollywood, but it happens just about.
It happens in the
Could
suburbs as
probably
well.
it could probably be happening at your 7-Eleven. Honest to God, swear to you. That's I haven't been in the workplace for a very long time. And I guess it's been what, over a decade now because of my back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still well aware. I mean, I people will just talk to me and they'll be like, and they know, like some people will bring it to my attention because they know I went through it as well. And honestly, yeah, I've dealt with creepy men so much that I knew how to handle this guy. I've
Yeah.
kneed plenty in the groin.
And I want to add to that topic is that a lot of people, particularly with this article that's come out today, I'll post a link to it. It mentions yours truly, um, and I'm gonna address it later today. But I can show my own message. Thank you very much. There we go. People are like pooing and going no, that's not real about sex trafficking coming up in the case that I was doing.
Right.
And in the process, a lot of girls have come through, not just to Karen, but to me, telling me their stories of the same group of men who were drugging them and selling them for sex. So I believe these women, and I think it's dangerous and highly unfair to insinuate otherwise that sex trafficking does not go on in these small counties. We know it does.
But like just talking about sexual misconduct, look at Matt Lauer. Can I tell you how many nobody had a button underneath their desk, but I knew many of Matt Lauers in the workplace. And many of them slept with people that I knew. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Like, like anytime sex and business gets messed up, it's screwed up forever. Just as
climbing the corporate ladder, so to speak.
I thankfully never had to climb it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say I don't know girls who did.
So let's have a look and see what's new out there on Epstein, if there's anything.
In regards to what?
I don't know, anything.
Well, no, I still want to finish all this stuff about Epstein, and then also like with
right.
As we said the other day when we were talking about like Epstein and the royals, Prince Andrew has been involved with Epstein for quite a while. And that's what when I was watching Shauna Atwood, that surprised me is the real estate and who's connected. And Fergie is somehow connected to the real estate that is located next to his estate in New York. Both houses. It's very questionable. But one of them, Fergie's name is attached to. So I found that out. Whether it's conspiracy theory or not, that I don't know. But this guy, Sean Atwood, looked up all the real estate information of Epstein's house and the two people who were on Epstein's block.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, being... Oh, sorry.
Are you right?
I just read in an article, this is coming from Jen. She just said, I just read in an article that said that there was reported 700 people in Louisiana who became a victim of the sex trafficking in 2018.
Wow.
Now, I would have batted an eye before Epstein, but now I'm not. No, that's disgusting. My girlfriend.
Do you know what that number is in Texas yearly? 2,800.
And she said Louisiana.
And so and then going into Texas, I'm just saying the number is astounding.
Oh, Andrew, you are, from what I've noticed, don't listen to your girlfriend. She was just probably your ex-girlfriend or whatever. She was just saying something to hurt your feelings intentionally. Unfortunately, that's what we do if we've been hurt or we want to we'll say things to intentionally hurt below the belt. So don't go with what she says.
Women are assholes. Don't listen.
we can. I will say we can be bitches for sure. We have our
Oh
our
yeah.
moments, but men can be the assholes and we can be the bitches. But you know, it's all about survival, man. It really comes down to survival.
Hmm.
You know.
We're
Hey,
Legion. Hello.
could I ask everybody if I could just get a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do
You got
here?
one thumbs down.
I don't care if I get thumbs down, whatever.
It'll be Karen.
That's so good. Oh, we are Legion. Hello, I'm from India, and I'm sure Epstein was killed by the royal family. I don't think it was the
Possibility.
royal family.
It's possible.
It is. Oh, I'm not saying it's not possible. It's either the royals or the Clintons. One of them got him.
Did you see there's a new article out that said there's a Virgin Islands lawsuit and more abuse of Epstein's come out?
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we're hitting right now. Until I mean, unless the cops choose not to dig into this as much as they're supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
uh, will it? I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
But we are Legion. Thank you for coming, and we really appreciate having somebody from India here. We
that's
appreciate it.
great. It's awesome. People are
Mm-hmm.
all around the world. Hey, so this lawsuit, it's the first one to be filed
Oh,
in the.
let me real quick. Oh no, I meant to say she was nice, saying that I was not an a hole.
Oh, right. See,
It's
that's how rumors start.
there. There are definitely more a holes than good guys out there, for
Hmm.
sure, for sure. I'm lucky I got a good one.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay.
Oh, yeah, he's all right. No, we get on really well.
Uh,
What else am I looking at?
we were still talking about Epstein and stuff.
Yeah, so the two islands are estimated to be worth 86 million. Hey, Gypsy, I can hear you. I can hear your wiggle butt.
So say about the island again.
Well, so here's two, and this is the first claim in the Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands. There's going to be more and more to come, I bet you.
That I mean, even they said there are like caverns underneath. There are like tunnels. That's how these girls were moved
Yeah.
from one building to another.
Well, can I just read out this little bit then?
Yeah,
So
go for it.
the allegations on it is that Epstein clearly used the Virgin Islands and his residence in the US Virgin Islands at Little St. James as a way to be able to conceal and to be able to expand his activity there. Epstein and his associated Epstein and his associated trafficked underage girls to the Virgin Islands, held them captive and sexually abused them, causing them grave physical, mental and emotional injury. So it's the same that we already know, but this is the first lawsuit to come out of the US Virgin Islands. So he's also being accused of using fake visas to traffic women and girls. See, this is what could be happening with what's his assistant's name?
Say that again.
His assistant's name, or like you could say, well, why is she allowed to leave the country or whatever?
We'll just call her Maxwell. That's all.
Maxwell. Yeah.
Maxwell.
Well, maybe she has fake visas or anything. Although with the amount of pressure and eyes on her, I doubt that she would possibly
But
do any
she
forgeries.
she is British. She's from England as well. That's what I think. Like she and her father, like Epstein was apparently very good at math, and
Mhm.
people started giving him projects because of how great he was. He loved to solve problems.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I kind of laugh at that one, but
I'm just gonna read
go
this
for it.
last bit for that. This is horrible. In one incident, the suit claimed that a 15-year-old girl attempted to swim away from Epstein's island after she was forced to engage in sex acts with Epstein and others. Can you imagine how
No.
scared she must have been? That is
Ugh.
just like having to trying to swim. That you're that desperate that you're willing to risk.
Swim from island to island.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm, oh my god, this is bad.
It's disgusting. You didn't know how disgusting this was, did you?
No, I did. I had an idea, but like R. Kelly, more and more comes out. And I mean, you want to say that you're not surprised, but when you hear these news stories, they just get worse and worse and worse.
I'm not going to say I wasn't surprised by. I was surprised R. Kelly was pretty much running a traffic ring. Yes, I was,
Yep.
because I thought he just liked to sleep with young girls.
Well, that was a well-oiled machine, that one. So was Epstein, you know.
Oh yeah,
To a
beyond well
point.
oiled. Beyond, yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
to think about that you have to take care of everybody who's going around. You have to make sure they're fed. You have to make sure that. And with R. Kelly, same stuff. Like when he traveled, he took these girls with him.
Hmm.
But see, I don't know the day to day. Like at least these girls could go home. You
Yeah.
know, especially in New York, these girls went home and came back. I don't know if there were girls that were held against their will. Were there? But they were groomed. That's the difference. He preyed upon young, troubled teens and preteens, and that's what he started doing. And
Now, I wonder, because if he can go that far as to do everything that he's done, it makes you wonder if there are any victims of homicide or accidents. You know, there very well could be. I mean, if you were confronted, if you were him or any of his co-conspirators, and you were confronted with the possibility that it was all going to be aired,
mhm.
it's not impossible to think that they would do something to that person.
Nope, not at all. And the worst for them is for someone like for R. Kelly, for someone to get out and tell the story. That's the worst thing that could happen. But he
Hmm.
always had their story against my story. But then you had a video that came out. People didn't really do anything about that back, in the '90s when all that crap came out, or was that early 2000s with R. Kelly? When that video, it was I think it was the late '90s.
2005?
Oh, was it 2005?
I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I don't know either, but not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I thought it was early noughties.
It wasn't early because he didn't come out till later.
Uh,
And then
okay.
the whole I believe I can fly. No, you can't. I'm sure he thought he did at the time. He was getting
Yeah.
everything he wanted. He was running a sex cult. He had little kids or little women like obeying everything he said. But you know what? It was funny because in our video, somebody asked if R. Kelly hung out with other celebrities. I have never seen anything about R. Kelly hanging out with any other celebrities. I
Hmm.
actually looked that up and I never found it. It's
Yeah.
weird.
When you think about it, I'm just looking at the BBC history. 94, he married a liar.
That you're talking about Epstein right now.
Yes.
Yes. We're
Oh,
going back
sorry.
and yeah, we're going back and forth from R. Kelly. There's so
Sorry, I'm
many
talking about.
sexual predators. Sorry.
No, no, sorry, I'm talking about R. Kelly. So, married a liar, 94. I think you were right. Yeah, 96, sued for emotional distress. That was Tiffany Hawkins sued
And
him.
that was when the videotape was found.
Right. And she was suing for 10 million, but accepted a fraction of that amount, a quarter of a million, when the case was settled in 98. 2001, sued by an intern, Tracy Sampson. Um, April and May 2002, two more court cases. June 2002, charged over child pornography. So that was it. And 2002 to 2004, arrest prompt further charges. Then it jumps forward to July 2017. So yeah, it was 2002. It wasn't too far off. But
No,
anyway, back to Epstein. We keep going off.
I
Oh,
can't.
I do.
I literally almost got Epstein and R. Kelly's confused with the whole like staying in the hotel. Like I said, I can't keep my sexual predator straight. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, you could easily be confused that you are talking about one and not the other. Two
I
very well-oiled machines.
Montana Sky, I totally agree that somebody knew. I think probably
I
a
would
lot of
think
artists
so.
that they're all in the same thing. And see, and that's what's so creepy is that you got to do something. When it came to him, R. Kelly, you had to do something disgusting, horrible, that he could incriminate you, so you couldn't incriminate him. So if you were going to incriminate him, he was going to take
Right.
you down along with him, and
He
that
said
was the
that.
way. That was, and I'm not getting back into that, but that was disgusting.
No. Yeah, we covered that. If you want to watch it, it's on your channel, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep, and it's on yours. Remember, we replay
Oh,
them.
that's right. We replayed them the next day on
Mm-hmm.
the alternate channel, and that seems to be working all right so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because with this chronic pain that we both have, it's impossible to go live every day. We would love to be able
We're
to.
we're doing the every other day, and I think that works for us right now. And
And
if things change,
even then, sometimes every other day is a bit too much as well. It just depends. But we are trying this year. We are trying a lot more, helping each other. So
it's a lot easier with two than it is with one. It is.
I find it is. I find it flows more easily, and the time goes quicker.
Uh,
Um,
oh, without a doubt, because you're not completely talking for 1 hour straight.
that's right. Yeah, I like it like this.
Oh, I do too, without a doubt. If I say without a doubt again, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm like,
Without a doubt.
without a doubt. Stop. Uh,
Without a
it,
doubt.
it's like saying and but and
I- You know,
and like like
like
like.
I do that sometimes in my texts. I'm like,
I
I,
say
I,
I used to say like a lot. I
like
did when I went
I'm
to college.
like, yeah,
When I went to college, they punched it right out of me. Especially like being a communications major. If you didn't know how to communicate, you graduated from with a communications major. You should at least know how to communicate somewhat.
yeah,
And like I said, I've been involved in radio, and you have to be careful with your ums and buts and likes, because that is all they hear. So if you say that word over and over again, that's all they hear is like, and that'll play.
yeah,
I can remember, like, as I just said it right now, I can remember back when I worked in radio, there were quite a few, especially I would say like big shows that had somebody with the show who might have been like a ditzy young kid, girl. They've always had that person. And
mm,
guys that I'm friends with now who have a show, and they've had the same girl now with them for at least a good 12, 15 years.
yeah,
And she fits with their show, and they haven't changed anybody in their show. It's called Preston and Steve. It is on YouTube. They do have a podcast. They're absolutely hilarious. If you're not from this area or you're from another country, seriously check out Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR. They're hilarious. They're so funny. They're so fun. Whether you live here or not, it's funny.
yeah,
It's very funny. And now,
yeah.
see, now I'm about to turn off my TV because now here comes all the political drama that I just don't want to watch. I
Oh
don't want to
no,
watch it, so I turn it
remind
off.
me never to get into that on YouTube.
Hi, Aussie Flag. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Hi, ladies in chat. Watch
Hello,
Case.
girls and
I
men.
did watch K Small's latest video. As a matter of fact, I did, Aussie Flag. I did. Yes. So, I wasn't that shocked per se.
Mm. Oh, we
Yes,
don't know.
Anthony. I know of Opiate Anthony pretty well. They were when I was in radio. They were really big, and they were simulcast like around the country. And yeah, I think they didn't play it on. I forget who the guys were on our rock and roll station when we were in Jersey, but I don't remember who that was. But I mean, the one girl when I worked in country radio, she's still there. She's still there, and she's actually with another guy who was on our other radio station who left and came back, and now he's on the country station morning show. Like, yay, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah. Jason
I was
Childress
just,
Gaming Channel. Hello. Thank you for
hello.
coming in.
I'm just going to put up the link to your channel if people haven't subscribed yet.
Well, they should be here if you haven't subscribed. And please don't forget to hit the like up or the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer. I don't really care.
We don't care if you hate us. That's fine.
It's all good.
Montana Sky. Sorry, I was just going to read out what Montana Sky said. I find you both.
Please do. Love Montana Skies.
I find you both inspiring women. I also deal with severe chronic pain. What you do is hard to do, but helps others more than you know. Oh, Montana, that's lovely. Thank you. We try.
I love Montana Skies. Montana Sky. Oh, I'm like, well, I can talk. He's the nicest person ever.
That's a he.
It's a he.
Do you have a channel?
I don't think he does. I think. Do you mention? I know I checked. I know I've checked it out, and I don't think so.
And if you have a channel, we don't mind putting the link up either here or over on my channel. I love supporting other creators.
No, and if I have any mods in here, please do that. Montana Sky. I'm just trying to see.
I'm just having a look.
Oh, is that your husband's home?
Yeah, just about to go to work.
Still sneezing, I see.
No content.
Yeah, no content. I just caught it at the same time. But
I just think about what Marissa said. Start a YouTube channel, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
It has been fun, as long as you don't get involved and you get dragged and you start dragging other people and other people start dragging you, and then you're in an all-out brawl. I won't do it. I'm like, I did that in middle school. I can't do it again. People
have dragged me. I've dragged the sheriff and some law enforcement.
The only person I have directed anger towards was somebody who had a subscriber that was coming after me. That was it. And that was one night where I had a little bit much to drink and I was a little bit more ballsy.
And gray pubes. Yeah.
I don't say anything about Gray. I don't watch him. I caught him a couple of times last year. Wasn't my cup of tea. I just don't watch him.
He caught my attention when he came into my live. Sort of abusing my guest.
I wasn't on that live, but I heard about it, but I wasn't on it.
I put a edited recap up of it. I'll have to send.
And I wasn't even a channel yet at that time.
No, I don't think you were. I'd been going for 5 weeks.
I started a channel. It'll be a year in March.
Yeah, mine's coming up too. I'm trying to work out when my first day was so I can have a birthday. I think it might be the 20th. I think it might be your birthday. It might be the 23rd. I'll have to go back and check. Jason was just asking about the fires. Better now that we have the armed services and the Navy. Behind us is a big green belt. We did have a fright a couple of weeks ago, but there wasn't any evacuation, thankfully. And it seems to be okay at the moment for us. But thank you for asking.
I was watching Vinny G the other night, and the smoke in his area was crazy.
Yeah, you were saying. That's like, if you go down south, because I'm in Queensland, so I'm like a northern state, but if you go down New South Wales, Victoria, the sky is just orange.
Sad. It's really sad, and it's sad that your freaking prime minister doesn't give a crap about your country.
No.
And the rest of the world does, but your own prime minister doesn't, and I don't.
Yeah. Thankful that all the celebrities got on board. Pink donated $500,000. Who else? Heaps of others.
I know Pink donated $500,000.
That's US too, I think. So that's even better for us. Because the government only allocated $11 million last year. And
right, because that's going to cover that.
Yeah.
Your whole state is on fire. Your whole country's on fire.
Yeah. And then you'll get 2 fires that merge together to create these super fires, which are super scary.
We do get wildfires here, but
Yeah,
they're
California, you guys have
New
good.
Jersey gets them too,
Do you?
but more so down in the Pine Barrens, which where it's nothing but um, fields and fields of trees and
I think it's either 12 or 18 people have been arrested for deliberately lighting these two.
what's the matter
So
with people? What is
I
wrong with people?
I hope
Do
they
you
get the
want to these people want to get rid of existence as we know it? Oh my
it's beyond
God!
evil. I hope they get the books thrown at them hard.
I hope they hang.
I mean, our judicial
Look at
system.
how many animals are gone. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, last count it was 500 million, billion, not million.
They should go. I'm sorry. These people started these fires. They should die. Sorry. That's how I
Montana,
feel.
Montana, donated $100. I'm sorry, but it's all I could afford. Look,
Every cent counts.
that is more than most people do.
Yeah, and I know that you suffer from chronic pain. He does, and that's way more than I could ever donate. I don't have that much money.
No,
I have
we
to go
don't.
get my daughter a cell phone because she broke hers.
Yeah. Well, thankfully it was insured. That was good.
That's what I was just telling Jason. I'm like, thankfully. He's like, no, you didn't. You're insured. I'm like, I did. I forgot I did. But
how long did she had it for?
this is her second phone within a year.
Oh my gosh.
She got it last year for her birthday. This is her second one. Now this will be her third. Number 3.
Just going back.
But I will state that this phone breaking is not her fault. This was, we bought a refurbished phone. The port where you actually charge the phone won't charge it anymore.
Yeah, I've got that problem on one of mine too. I just wanted to go back really quickly about the chronic pain, since it does get brought up usually in some point or at some way or another in our lives, that we could do, and saying that our channels can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about true crime or gossip or whatever. True crime and gossip. That we could have a weekly live, or you do one a week and I do one a week for chronic pain.
And I just noticed Bridget Parker. She put out a little thing today about doing chronic pain, and I know that she suffers really bad, just like we do. And she got an overwhelmingly, and which I noticed that more people do want to hear about her chronic pain and how she maneuvers through. And sometimes, like, I just think that can get so depressing. I'm like, who wants to listen to that?
No, there
are more people.
I was always aware of that, because being one of them, your go-to is entertainment on YouTube to take thoughts away about your pain, and also the social aspect that a lot of us, I've suffered agoraphobia the last few years for the second time. I got good and then I've gone back to it. So your social interactions with people are important, and you tend to be able to make that in YouTube. So I always knew that there are a lot of people out there like us. So yeah, I think we should do that for sure.
I agree. This is what I'm going to do.
Jason donated 2,000 to Australia. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. I wish I could. All right. We are about to sign off shortly, but K Smalls is live with the I believe it's the Tote family.
I don't even know what this is about. I didn't have time.
I caught up very slightly a little bit on it, but I'm going to put K Smalls link in here. So in case you don't have K Smalls.
Hey, Joes.
You can
walk onto YouTube.
Here we go. I think this is her. Boop. That's K Small's channel. So Why don't you go ahead over to Kay Smalls, because most likely at some point I will definitely be there. She's covering this new case. I believe it's called the Toad Family. So go check out Kay Smalls. Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
check.
much for
Uh,
joining us. We really, without you, we wouldn't be doing this.
no,
So
we'd be talking to ourselves. I just wanted to address Aussie Flag's message there. I have fibromyalgia. Yeah, I have it too.
that's just one of the things I have out of
Oh,
many, many, many.
she's got a lot, a lot, a lot.
I have a
But
lot of problems.
I'm gonna have a look at that. You had 99 problems.
My husband just laughed at me when I said that. Like, I've got problems. He's like,
You don't know problems. Bye, Jen. What was I gonna say? I've got to go deal with this article that mentions me in the Lauren Thompson case. Then I will find out about this tow case. But thank
all
you.
right. And I'm dropping her link one more time. If you need to go check out Case Mall, she's covering the Tote family. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you in a day, in
Or
about
two.
48 hours. Yeah, in about 48 hours.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.